This is OnyxRose from OnyxRose9.substack.com. Also, OnyxRose, a journey through FFS, which is facial feminization surgery. Hey, neurodivergent, what's up? What's up? Hopefully, this is working this time. We did the Thank you. Yay. So we did the whole video. I watched it back and it stopped after 5 minutes. So I'm not really sure what happened then. So I wanted to pop back on. I'm not going to be on here for like an hour like I was last time. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Honestly, yesterday was hell. It was the worst of the first 72 hours. Um, and that was confirmed by my surgeon, Dr. Carson Wen, today, that the 48-hour to 72-hour time range is probably the worst period that I would have to expect. There will be some ups and downs in terms of emotional healing, and I understand that. Um, yeah, Substack lives have been wonky. I don't understand what's going on. But I did want to get on here and name my surgeon, drop his name, name drop, name drop, name drop, because he is in Atlanta, Georgia, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you know anything about Atlanta, Georgia, you're not thinking that there's an FFS surgeon in Atlanta, Georgia. You're not thinking that there's an FFS surgeon in the Southeast region that is worth his salt. And this surgeon definitely is. I took a chance on him. I originally saw a girl in my support group, and she was looking fine. She was snatched. And I was like, "Who did you go to?" And she was like, "Dr. Carson Wen of Radiance Surgery. It's Radiance Plastic Surgery and Aesthetic Medicine in Atlanta, Georgia." So, I had to look him up real quick. I checked out some pictures that he had under his FFS tab. I looked at some of the other work he's done, and apparently he does a lot of work for celebrities in the music and fashion industry, and also TV and film. We like to get a little nip tuck here and there when they're in Atlanta. But so yeah, um, I just wanted to get on here for a little bit, say that Dr. Carson Wen, Huyhn, an amazing man, does amazing work. If you look at my face, it is going to look beautiful once it heals. I can already tell. I can see a lot of the differences. I'm still really swollen, so let's not get that twisted. But I can see that. Thank you so much. You see the goddess emerging. Yeah, I can't smile as much as I'd like to. My face won't allow it just yet. It's still very tight. And that is okay. But I think I'm getting the staples removed on the 17th. So I believe that is Wednesday. It's either going to be this Wednesday or next Wednesday where I'll get the sutures and staples removed that don't dissolve or yeah. So let me shout him out. Dr. Carson Wen, board certified fellow of maxillofacial reconstruction and plastic surgery. Graduated top of his class in Emory. Went on to med school in Middle Georgia. Came back to Emory. Opened his own business and has been doing great work ever since. The process for me was pretty quick. It was like between 8 and 6 months, between 6 and 8 months from beginning till end, meaning I started with a consult, and then I got a CAT scan, and then I had another consult, and then he went over the CAT scan with both me and Egg about showing what he could do to feminize my face. We were all set to go with him, and then the news came that Northside Atlanta could not get a bed to get us in because surgeries at the end of the year are just so busy. Hospitals at the end of the year are just so busy because they know that people have met their out of pocket maximums, and they're trying to get those surgeries in. And I'm one of them. I met my out of pocket maximum in July, and I've been trying to schedule this since July. I was thinking about going to San Francisco, New York City, all of the big names, Texas, Minnesota, um, and I'm not naming any of the surgeons, Virginia, but they're all big surgeons. If you are in the FFS world, meaning if you are trans woman or trans femme, non-binary femme leaning, that and you want facial feminization surgery, then you know the people I'm talking about. These are well-respected people within their communities, but here is a person that is relatively unknown in my community, uh, right down the street from me, honestly. Like it takes me 10 minutes to get to his office. Um, I did have the surgery at Northside Duluth instead of Northside Atlanta. And I think it was called Northside Gwinnett. Or no, Egg informed me it was called Northside Duluth. They well, let's just say they're not great there. Hey Julie, thanks for joining me. I know you got your show in just a minute. But Northside Duluth did, um, Y Oh, why can't you go the other way? What's stopping you, neurodivergent? I'm sure there is something, I feel great, Julie. Thank you for asking. I feel great. I really do. Yesterday was rough. I was very emotional yesterday. A lot of tears. But today I feel a lot better. I think it was mixed with the fact that it was going to be so cold. And when it gets cold like this, I think about people who don't have homes, and can't get out or are sleeping in tents, and have no way to get warm. And then it just really hits me hard how lucky and how thankful I am. So, um, yeah, it was mixed with that and the surgery, um, emotions. It was, oh no. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Neuro. That sucks. And they're really doing, work on trans people right now, and trans identified non binary people. Um, that honestly, that is one of the reasons I went with Dr. Wen, because I knew that I was getting close to a point where I probably wouldn't be able to get FFS. So that was part of it. He was close to my home. I wasn't going to have to travel, pay a lot of money to stay somewhere, get food, get travel back and forth, stay 7 days until they get the sutures out and then fly back home. That's a grip. And I didn't have a grip. Of course, I had met my out of pocket maximum and still would have been a grip. As it was, I still had to take out a loan, and that sucks. Yeah, anesthesia is a weird thing. I was under for 12 and a half hours. I thought it was only 9 hours. Yeah, it was 12 and a half hours. I spoke to Dr. Wen today, and he was like, "Yeah, I was super tired, but I knew that I wanted to do this great job for you." By the way, Radiance Plastic Surgery and Aesthetic Medicine in Atlanta, off of Peachtree Dunwoody Road, from top to bottom, from bottom to top, completely affirming. If you are looking for affirming care, that is where you go. Like I'm talking about from the minute you walk in until the minute you leave and until the year after you are done and even past then, they are affirming. Um, right, right, right. But being being in this position to be able to get this surgery at this time when I had failed so many times before, actually twice before, but I had worked for it since 2013 and it just never came around. And then recently, within the last like 3 or 4 years, I had two opportunities and those both failed. Um, I just thought it wasn't going to happen. Uh, but like I said, this woman in my support group, local, looked snatched. She looked really good. She was fine. I asked her who she went to. She said, I looked them up. I started with a consult, got a CAT scan. We went over my CAT scan. He showed me what he was going to do, exactly what he was going to do. He got me a face and neck lift included in my medical necessity checklist. So, now I don't have this double chin, or triple chin. It'll look good. And everything will be nice and smooth. The bags under my eyes, I had really big discolored bags under my eyes. Those are pretty much gone. Yeah, I still have a little discoloration, hyperpigmentation, but those are pretty much gone. Um, Let me just shout them out. Dr. Carson Nguyen, um, board certified double in maxillofacial, and facial plastic surgery. Christina Kim is the surgical team leader. And even though she was not in my surgery because of the conflict between the hospitals and their office area. She was one of the cheerleaders for me. Also, Men H. And this is where I'm going to get down. Men is the LGBTQ plus patient liaison and insurance coordinator. Her and Shannon fought so hard to get this through for me. And when I tell you they fought, like they were telling me that, honestly, they wanted to give up. They were just like, but they fought insurance so hard. My insurance company was being so stubborn. Um, and, I could tell the look in her eye, the determination every time I talked to her, or them, I'm sorry, because men uses they, them pronouns. They are gender fluid. And at present, they use they, them pronouns. Um, they are, really affirming, like very affirming, the entire office. Shannon, very affirming. Both Shannon and Men make up the insurance coordinator and front desk concierge and LGBTQIA plus field office coordination type spaces. And they hold those very strongly. They hold people in our field to a higher degree of loveliness and work than I think other people. And so they are, let's see, what else can I say? Oh, website, discoverradiance.com. Discoverradiance.com. And that you should really check them out. Um, if anybody needs FFS, like seriously, within the next 6 months, 8 months. And if you can get it, you can get your money together. You can get to Atlanta. You live in the Atlanta area in the metro. You live in the southeast part of the United States. Get your shit together and try and come in because the Cheeto Man is trying to close it down really quickly, and it looks like it's going to happen. Let's see. He's done over 20,000 procedures, and I'm not talking about just FFS, but he has done a lot of FFS work. So within that 20,000 procedures is a lot of FFS. What they are trying to do, of course, is to get more into the gender affirming care landscape. They already have a foot in the door, but they want both feet in the door. They want people to come to them. They want people to understand that this office can be, and Dr. Carson Nguyen can be their first choice and get good quality results. And looking at me, I think he's 100% right. Like, yeah, staples up here and all this stuff. I've got goop under my nose because incision, and I've got an incision under here, and titanium plates, scattered around my face. But I'm down with that. I'm down with that. There's some squishy parts over here. I've got some blood and pus over here and here. My locks are kind of matted and twisted up and kind of crazy looking, but I don't care. I just don't care. I am so, so, so happy. Um, and yeah, the emotions, he warned me today. He was like, you're going to get emotional. You may see a dip in your emotions. And I was like, yeah, that's happened once already. Um, but that's okay. I may cry myself to sleep again, and that is okay. At the end of the day, I am so very thankful that I got this, because gender dysphoria is a pain in the ass. Those of you who are trans, uh, and thanks, Julie. Those of you who are trans and or non-binary and experience gender dysphoria, understand that it is nothing to joke around about. It can literally kill you. Um, and so that was my situation with bottom surgery. I went with a person that I should never have gone with. I got lucky with bottom surgery. Um, Very lucky. And if I told you who it was, then people in the trans community know of this person as the butcher. Um, they are known for butchering a lot of trans women when it comes to bottom surgery. I'm not going to say their name, and that's fine. I'll just drop that. But I could have gone, to Spain. I could have gone to Thailand. I could have gone to New York City, Minneapolis. I'm not Minneapolis. Somewhere up in Minnesota, Texas, Austin, the Crane Center, both the Crane Center in Austin, San Francisco, all these places I had choices, NYU, but I chose locally, and it was perfect. Such a perfect choice. And I feel nothing but blessed, I feel nothing but peace right now. I feel nothing but joy. Um, and I know that there are people out there hurting because they don't have the same opportunity that I have. And that makes me a little sad. I don't want to start getting on here and boo-hooing, because I will do that. I am not, I am not adverse to shedding tears. I'm a walking, leaking tear duct. Um, my emotions get the best of me sometimes. So if like, you'll see if I move off the camera, it's because I'm trying to collect myself. Um, but yeah, like, I just wanted to shout out Radiance. They really did right by me. Um, Thank you, Nerd Version. I wish that you could get yours. I appreciate so much that you can be happy for me. Um, yeah, mine was great. It was uh, it was 12 and a half hours. I woke up, and the first thing Egg did, as I asked her to do, was snap a picture of me. And she was not happy about it, but that was the very first thing she did. Um, she has been my cheerleader, my coach, my best friend for years. And now she is, well, except for my bestie. I've got a bestie and a best friend. My best friend is my wife. My bestie is my bestie, and we make this nice little family. And, Egg he has taken such good care of me. We have stayed on medication times every 4 hours, on and off the narcotic and the ibuprofen and uh, the thing that makes me not get infections. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it smells like a sulfur pill. Um, and, just the amount of fluids I've taken in, the amount of care egg is put out, the amount of sleep she has lost, because of having to do this every 3 to 4 hours throughout the day and throughout the night. Cold packs, heating packs starting today. Um, Dressing of wounds. You can see that it's now time to put some more bacitracin on all my sutures. Um, yeah, I'm really fortunate, Julie. I'm really fortunate, and I don't take that for granted. I do not. Um, Never will, ever. I know that I do that for her whenever I can, and I know that she's been there for me in times where it's been rough. I've had my family called to the side of my bed, meaning that they thought I was going to die, and that was rough on her. She was by herself until my parents came in town. She has been through the thick and thin of it with me. Um, this surgery is rough. It is a journey. And so when I say OnyxRose, a journey through FFS is an actual and literal journey. The journey begins the first time you decide, yes, I want to do this. And not yes, I want to do this, but yes, I need to do this. At least for me, that's what it was. Yes, I need to do this. I am not going to feel comfortable in my skin. My brain is going to fuck with me until I get this done. Um, I was so fortunate and I was rushing to get it done before Cheeto closed the door on it. So I picked a good surgeon, and I went with the surgeon with my heart. It's not like I saw a lot of pictures from people that he'd worked on. I'd seen enough. I wasn't 100% convinced. I almost went to New York City to see one of the two doctors in New York City that I had consulted with. One of them was, and I'll name them, one of them was Dr. Bradley, the other was Dr. Bastidas. I feel that Dr. Bradley does great work on Black women. Um, I feel like Dr. Bastidas does great work as well. Um, on the West Coast, I won't name them, but there were a handful, and in Texas and in Minnesota, McLean, Virginia, or Maryland. I don't know exactly where he operates out of right now. Up the East Coast. Um, but just the hidden gem in my backyard is Dr. Carson Wynn. You know, radiance, radiance, radiance. Uh, God, it's discoverradiance.com. My pictures are going to be up there soon on that website. And I will be glad, I'll be glad. I am working on a docu-series with them as well as this docu-series myself. So it'll be double documented. And I'm proud about that. I'm proud about my healing. I'm proud about my forehead and my side view. Like, he did a great job. He did a very good job. Um, 12 and a half hours of surgery, 12 and a half hours under anesthesia. I have to shout out the anesthesiologist. I don't even remember that person's name, because like as soon as the first thing that happened is when they wheeled me back to the OR, I was like, listen, I am extremely nervous. I need something for my nerves. And then I said, before all that, everybody here, I am a trans person, femme leaning. Do not use he, him pronouns. My pronouns are she, they. Um, so the next thing I hear is he is ready. Let's prep him, you know. And then I heard nothing, and I was out until I woke up in the recovery room with Egg standing right next to my bed. Um, uh, Thank you, Neuro. Thank you. I am so smiling too. Like my smile, I can't smile as large as I used to, just yet, but I am definitely smiling inside. Um, I am over the moon. I'm just over the moon. Um, I like I said, I appreciate my wife so much. Um, I don't know how to pay her back for her being my nurse, for all my affirming care surgeries. Um, you know, her taking her time, her losing her sleep, taking, weeks off of work, to tend to me. Um, it's a special person to be able to do that. It's not easy to do that, to self-sacrifice like that. And I am fortunate. I am so fortunate. Oh wow. It's almost unbelievable to me right now. Um, Thank you so much. I hope I don't go out. I am so overwhelmed with love and positive healing and vibes. I love fish, and there's this song called what's it called? Da 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 love and light. I think it's called Joy. But I am so overwhelmed with joy and like peace and calm. The dysphoria is gone. It's just gone. I don't know what to say. To have such painful feelings for this long. What is that? Oh, what are you bringing to me? Oh, thank It's you. Time. It's time. Okay. I'll take it in just a minute. Thanks. To have these, yeah, Egg just came in here to give me my medicine. Thank you, Egg. Love you. But yeah, it just, the amount of peace I feel right now, um, no words. No words. I feel so, so, so calm. And it's thanks to Dr. Wen at Radiance Plastic Surgery and Aesthetics. It's thanks to Egg for being my biggest cheerleader. It's thanks to Egg for taking care of me. You know, it's thanks to Bestie Mishmish for being there for me too, to talk to every single day. Mishmish is someone that I have talked to every single day for the last 6 or 7 years. Um, that is a bond that cannot be broken. It doesn't matter how far away we are. We talk every day. If it's not by text, it's by, messenger. I mean, if it's not by messenger, it's by text. Um, we talk every day. Um, these little bits and little slices of life are really what matters. I don't know what else to say. I'm happy. I am the happiest I've been in a long time. And it reminds me how lucky I actually am. I have a lot of bills. But it's money. Um, it consumes us sometimes to the point where we snipe at each other. But Egg has given me the biggest gift and allowing me to chase this dream of mine. She's giving me the biggest gift in being my nurse. She's put on her nurse hat. Um, you know, I've given myself the biggest gift by not quitting, because I could have quit. I could have stopped, but I didn't. I fought and I fought and I fought. Um, and now there's no dysphoria. It's just peace. I don't care if my voice sounds like this anymore. Um, even if I try voice lessons and I can't get my voice into that optimal range, I don't care. Um, I got what I needed, and my dysphoria is gone. It's just an indescribable feeling of lightness, the unbearable lightness of being. Um, just breathe, just breathe. Anyway, like I said, thank you, Dr. Wen. That's Huyhn. Um, Let me just make sure I got that right because I'd be messing up his name. Yeah, Huyhn, Dr. Carson Wen, out of Radiance Plastic Surgery and Aesthetics in Atlanta, Georgia. The website is discoverradiance.com. Run, run, run. You make your fingers run as fast as possible, dance over those keywords. And if you want to have surgery FFS, then go ahead and start looking at him. He is perfect in terms of being able to get in and get out because he's not super known as of yet in the FFS community, but he will be in 5-10 years if we can still have these surgeries. He's going to blow up. And I will be proud, and I am proud to say that I got FFS from him, and he did an amazing job for me. And he pulled for me. He did it for 12 and a half hours. 12 and a half hours is not some walk in the park. So thank you all for coming on. Um, Julie, thank you so much. Neurodivergent, thank you. I appreciate everybody out there in Substack who's supported me, who's hyped me up, um, who's allowed me to feel beautiful on the inside and on the outside. Okay, that's all I got. Peace and chicken grease, y'all.